3, and the Senate now, well, it's up to you. It's in jeopardy of cancellation, the Department of Transportation said, unless the Senate approves more money this week. This weekend on C-SPAN, Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood said that.
If the Senate does not pass the additional $2 billion, the program will be suspended.
And Ray LaHood will be our guest on Street Signs, we should note, at 2 o'clock this afternoon to talk about where we stand. Maybe we'll have news by then. Congresswoman Sutton joins us now to talk about the fate of the program. Congresswoman Sutton, so $1 billion, which we originally had, was 250,000 cars. If we get up to the $4 billion the Senate is looking at, that's 1 million cars. Are you confident that we really need 1 million more cars? That's all real demand. We're not stealing from the future, all these concerns?
Well, the good news coming out of the program so far certainly tells us we should keep the success rolling. When I introduced the program, I did ask for $4 billion, and there were some who wanted to see it prove itself successful first, and so we've done that, and now it's time to add fuel to the program and hopefully keep the market rolling.
First of all, Congresswoman, I want to congratulate you for coming up with a stimulus program that actually directly benefits the little guy.
Thank you.
You're the first one who actually directly benefits the little guy, and we appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
Personally, I think you've done the automobile industry a great service, too. I think you've created a whole new class of buyers. I don't think you're stealing from the future or anything like that. As a veteran owner of clunkers, all my life, I've always had at least one clunker in the garage. We clunker owners tend to hold on until the car dies. And I think you've created a whole new class of buyers. Why are your colleagues not rushing, especially your colleagues in the Senate, not rushing to extend this?
Well, it's certainly my hope that when they give it ample thought that they will. You know, over 300 people in the House voted very quickly to keep the success going, and hopefully the Senate, when they look at the numbers, they look at the benefits, consumers getting the direct benefit that you identify, shoring up the jobs from the auto manufacturers down through the parts makers to the dealers, and then looking at the environmental benefits that the program is giving us. It's my hope that the Senate will not hesitate, but will keep this going.
Can we extend the philosophy behind your program to perhaps other aspects of the economy? That question just occurs to me. I don't know what it might be, but...
Coupons for washing machines?
Something like that, yeah.
Why not? China did it.
Could we do that?
Well, I think that all of that is worth thinking about. You know, when this was offered up, it was an innovative idea to accomplish multiple goals, and it just goes to show you we can accomplish multiple goals. We can get a lot of bang for the investment, and hopefully we'll be smart with our policies out there that can successfully stimulate the economy while helping consumers and accomplish other things.
Congresswoman Sutton, one concern that I've heard out there, though, is that the money for this program is coming from money that was to go to alternative energy development in this country. Obviously, these are for fuel-efficient cars. There is a link, but it is money that isn't going to push forward alternative technologies. We keep hearing now repeatedly that the United States lags China dramatically and perhaps irreparably in wind and solar and every sort of alternative technology. Is that something that you're worried about?
Well, you know, I'm conscious of that argument, and the good news about this program is that the fuel efficiency in the vehicles that are being purchased is about 69% of an improvement. So consumers are going to be saving, on the average, about $800 a year on fuel savings. So this does have a link, as you point out. But in terms of the money and where it's coming for to extend the program, the reality of it is that that money was not going to be able to be used this year. So it's not an immediate problem, and I personally am a big believer in our need to invest in the development of alternative energy. So I don't think that stopping this program or pitting this program against that future success is a good idea. We need to do both. Keep this going and invest in alternative energy.
All right, Congresswoman Sutton, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's get to Phil Lobo with more on those Chrysler headlines. Phil, some really, it looks to me like unqualified good news.
Yeah, and I think we're going to hear this not only from Chrysler.